Welcome to another episode of Bears News Network. I'm your host, Mike Anderson, alongside with my co-host, DeAndre Cootie Hicks, but he couldn't be here for this episode. He has some business to take care of. So I got you guys. I'm holding you down. Welcome to the number one place that's on YouTube, man, that give out prizes and tickets that talk Chicago Bears sports. So if you are a Chicago Bears fan, hit that subscribe button. Join the Bears News Network family. It's totally free. Now, in this episode, we're going to get into the matchup against the Los Angeles Rams and how the Chicago Bears fare up against this matchup, what we're looking forward to see who can have a good game, and some things that we need to see from a couple of players in order to step up to get this team to 500 or better. So, coming up, all that and more right here on Bears News Network. Welcome back to another episode of Bears News Network. I'm your host, Mike Anderson. And in this episode, man, we're going to get into the Chicago Bears matchup, week 4 preview of the Los Angeles Rams. But before we do that, like we tell everybody that come over here, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, comment, interact with us. We want to hear from you guys and know your thoughts. So let's get right into it, man. The Chicago Bears are taking on the Los Angeles Rams here in week 4. Now, when you look at the Los Angeles Rams, man, their offense is ranked 19th in the NFL. And with that being said, they do have one of the worst defensive teams in the NFL as well. And when you look at the Los Angeles Rams, they give up over 400 yards per game. Also, they also have one of the worst, if not the worst defense in the NFL, 32nd defensive rating. You can't get no worse than that. That's bottom last in the league. But they did beat the 49ers last week in week 3, 27 to 24. A little typo there on the screen. That's actually week 3. They do have the same record as us as far as wins and losses. But I feel like this is an opportunity for us to take advantage of a game that we most definitely should win just because of the strength of the fact of the defense being as ranked as it's ranked and the weapons that we have disposable to us. I feel like we should be able to pull away in this game, man. So with that being said, man, like we said, we want to know though. Predict the score before we get into all that. We want to know you guys what you guys think the score would be. So right underneath this video, we want you guys to put your thoughts and answers right under. Predict the video. Who wins this ball game? Best answer wins the prize over here, Bear. Like we said, me and Cootie, we have so many things to give away over here for you guys. So, like we said, predict the score in this matchup: the Bears versus the Rams. Who wins this ball game? Okay, like I said, we're gonna break down this team, both of the teams, and see who fares who with what. Okay, now, like I said, the Rams have the 19th ranked in offense in the NFL. The 19th ranked offense. But us as the Chicago Bears, we have a top 10 defense in 4 different metrics. Yes, the defense is rolling. The defense been rolling since, man, the last few years. But when you look at these Chicago Bears defensive ratings and you look at the numbers, you can see through the 3 games, Chicago Bears have 4 sacks, 4 interceptions, and 2 forced fumbles. But like I said, they're top 10 in 4 different metrics, which was third down conversion, they're ranked 2. Pass success rank, they rank number 2. And in pass per drop back, they're also ranked as well in number 2. So just them having that ability and being able to continue to show good signs. I mean, the defense has always been a bright spot for us in anything that we do. So I appreciate the defense holding us down like they've been doing. This should be a good matchup. This should be an opportunity for us to win the game. Like I said, the Los Angeles Rams offense is ranked 19th, not a top 10, top 15 offense, with our defense being a top 10 unit. Actually, our defense is ranked number 8 overall in the NFL as well. So, with that being said, I feel like it's a great opportunity for our defense to show up and get a W. But we have to do some things on the offensive side of the ball, because when you look at the Chicago Bears numbers on the offensive side of the ball this year, in 3 games under Shane Waldron, we have not been that good. We're the 31st overall ranking offense, just one team away from being dead last. But this is some metrics that stuck out to me. Points per game were 31st. Yards per game were 30. Yards per play were 32nd. Those things cannot happen on the offensive side of the ball. When we're playing this Rams defense, like we said, that Rams defense, which is 32nd ranked defense in the league, we should be able to get some points with the playmakers that we have as well. We should be able to make some plays. Now, I'm excited about a couple of players coming back and getting some things going, man. One player that I'm really excited about getting back, man, is Keenan Allen, man. When you look at Keenan Allen and what he brings to the table and what he did this last year, along with the Chargers, over 100 receptions, over 1,200 receiving yards, 7 TDs, and that 11.5 average. But this year with the Bears, started off slow, been dealing with the heel injury. He only had 4 receptions for 29 yards in 1 game. But one thing, like I said, that stuck out to me with Keenan Allen was the fact that he has that ability to make big plays, and not only that, 11.5 yards an average catch really can help a rookie quarterback in the development in their first year, and he has that big play ability to do so. So really excited about Keenan Allen coming back and him being in his lineup and see what he can do with Caleb to develop that chemistry, but not also him to get his first touchdown of the season as well. Now, who do I predict to have a breakout game? Let's get right to it, my boy. DJ Moore. I'm getting DJ Moore to get his first TD of the season versus the Rams. And I think DJ Moore, it's time for him to break out. When you look at it, him and Caleb's chemistry has been there, but it's been off at times. And I just feel like now this is the time for DJ Moore to break out. When you look at DJ Moore through 3 games this year, 19 receptions, 167 receiving yards, 8.8 average yards, 0 TDs. But I do think this will be his breakout game for him to show some signs, for him to show some things. Uh, we know what DJ Moore brings to the table. We know what he can do. We know how dynamic he is. But you can tell that the chemistry with him and Caleb Williams has been starting off slow. So I hope to see that get going. Like I said, Roma Duve last week got going also with Cole Kmet in the offense, something that we've been waiting to see. Now we just need to see DJ Moore and Keenan Allen get going. One thing that me and Cootie talked about was a bright spot for us is DeAndre Carter, man. DeAndre Carter showing value as the fourth wide receiver on the roster this year. He was most definitely a bright spot. What we expect from Bayless Jones Jr. and how we expected his upside to be a little bit, DeAndre Carter has basically taken that over, man. And with DeAndre Carter, when you look at his numbers, excuse me, when you look at DeAndre Carter numbers on the season this year, he has no doubt about it. Been playing good for that number 4 on the depth chart receiver. When you look at his receiving number, 7 receptions, 60 receiving yards, 8.6 average yards per reception. But not only that, what he's doing in receiving end as the fourth receiver on the depth chart, just his ability in the return game and special teams as well. On the kickoff return for 4 returns, 143 yards, 35.8 yards average kickoff return. Then he has that long of 67 that he almost broke and took it to the house. But just his ability to show how he's been able to come in here and produce when people have been down, and him coming from a new team and not even being here, but seeing him being able to be productive has been a bright spot for us as well. One thing that also stood out to me and Cootie that we was talking about before pre-gaming is DeAndre Swift and his numbers. And just looking at his numbers, it's been such a tough year for DeAndre Swift just through the 3 games. It's been a real struggling. On the year, DeAndre Swift is only averaging 1.8 yards per carry, which are all career lows. And it most definitely has been a struggle for him this year. When you look at DeAndre Swift's carries, of all his total carries that he has this year, you can clearly see in 2024 through the 3 games out of 37 total carries, he has 31 out of the 37 for 4 yards or less. He has 7 out of the 37 exactly at 4 yards that he got, and then 6 out of the 37 was 5 yards or more. But this is one thing that stuck out to me: 24 out of the 37 carries that DeAndre Swift has had, which has ended in 3 yards or negative yardage or less. And in this offense, us being ranked 31st, that's just not going to cut it's just not going to cut it with those metrics, with those stats. Then we look to see what he did last ball game last week against that team. He only had 30 carries for 20 yards and 1.5 average with his longest run, which was 4 yards. So that's not going to cut it in this offense. It's not going to get done, and that's why when you look at Matt Eberflus press conference and everybody's been talking Roschon Johnson, Roschon Johnson. I think it's time for Roschon Johnson to get an extended look. And that's what Matt Eberflus said that they're going to do in this coaching staff. And when you look at Roschon Johnson and what he did last week in the game, he had 8 carries for 30 yards, 3.8 average yards per carry. But now also that to be that big back, strong back that can run in between the center and the guard, or the guard and the tackles and get those tough yardage. He also shown the ability to be able to run and catch out of the backfield, which was something that we haven't seen from him. So just him having that multi-dynamic ability is good for us to have, and it was something that he's shown that he has not been shown in the past. So that's a bright spot for us as well on this Chicago Bears team. Give Roschon Johnson more playing time, man. That's what we want. Look at his numbers, get him more playing time. Now, Cootie had a question. We was thinking about like, man, with this defense, like, yeah, it's good, but one thing Cootie he said that is Tremaine Edmunds worth the money? And when you look at Tremaine Edmunds' numbers on the defensive side of the ball, now we're talking about the defensive side of the ball, is Tremaine Edmunds worth the money? Because if we look at TJ Edwards, he seems to be the better linebacker in this combination duel of him and Tremaine Edmunds. But when you look at Tremaine Edmunds' numbers this year, 3 games, he has 20 tackles, 13 solo tackles, 1 sack, and 1 interception. I'm pretty fine with those numbers, but as far as those tackles numbers, I do need to see that go up because TJ Edwards is leading us for the second season now in tackles. And as much money as we're paying Tremaine Edmunds, he should be able to lead the league, lead us in tackles, not even lead the league, but be able to be our leader in tackles with as much money as we're paying him in the type of elite linebacker that he is. That should not be a problem. But we want to hear from you guys. We want to know, how do you guys feel as far as with uh, Tremaine Edmunds? Do you guys feel like, do he need to step up? Do Tremaine Edmunds need to step up? I want to hear from you guys. Let us know. Do you guys feel that Tremaine Edmunds needs to step up in this Bears defense? That's today's poll question. We want to hear from you guys. Put your thoughts right underneath the video. Like I said, the Chicago Bears, also, we have the number 8 overall defense in the league. Yes, we do. So with that being said, with us having the 8th overall defense, we should most definitely come out of this with a win, man. Just by our defense alone. But with that statistical stat that I did bring up with us with the defense, there was one interesting fact, or two interesting facts that I seen up there as far as um that stuck out to me. And one was we need to improve our pressure rate and we have to improve red zone defense. Yeah, we are top 10 in four different metrics this year, but we could be top 10 in a lot more other categories, and that will boost our defensive rating from 8 to up even further. If we can improve on that pressure rate and improve on that red zone defense, because those seem like those are the things that has been plaguing us over these last couple of years. So we still struggle with the pressure. Yeah, no doubt about it. We did go out and get Montez wet to help us shore up this pass rush. But we can still see that we need somebody opposite of Montez wet in order to really capitalize and bring this defense to a Super Bowl caliber defense that we really want it to be. But like we said, man, hit the like, comment, subscribe button. Join the Bears News Network family. We appreciate all the love and support from you guys. We want you to hit that button. Join the family. We appreciate you guys. And like we said, we want you guys to predict the score. The best score prediction will win a prize over here at Bears News Network. So whoever predicts the best score, we have something special over here for you guys, me and Cootie. So also injury, as you can see, the injury update for the Chicago Bears. Terrell Smith is still dealing with his injury. He will be out this game. Zach Pickens, also the defensive tackle, is dealing with the injury, and Stephen Carson, our tight end, are all listed as out versus the Rams. Keenan Allen did come back. He was limited in the full participation. Andrew Billings and Kevin Byard also is listed as questionable, but I think they will give it a go. So that's your injury report right there. Like we said, subscribe to the channel for a chance to win free tickets and prizes. Join the Bears News Network family. Thank you guys. If you want to get in contact with us, you can contact with us at bearsnewsnet1gmail.com. And yeah, like me and Cootie always say, man, be safe and bear down Chicago.